Today on Drawbli,
I am drawing poses from the internet.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are self-taught artists documenting our drawing adventures because art is better when shared with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out our guidebook at the link below. Abby, tell me about your drawings from the internet.
Okay, so the bar, quite low. Why? Because I had just finished my big, long nursing contract where I was working all the time and didn't really have as much time to draw. So this is kind of me stepping back into drawing more often, more frequently, knowing that I feel a little rusty right now, so I put no pressure on myself. I did a Google image search for like pose, reference, drawing. I think those were my exact words.
Pose reference drawing.
Yeah,
I love it.
pose reference photography, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just clicked on one of the first images that popped up, and I was like, okay, I just got to get, quantity over quality, and we'll see what happens.
I have seen these drawings and they definitely have quality. They are super fun. I love how you're redrawing the face like a million times.
Yeah.
And doing whatever this is.
Lines. You can see I'm really like, I need to just put pencil to iPad and get the motions in there.
These are really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
so these
thank
were
you.
based on real people. Just
The photographs I saw on a Google, like literally the first page of a very basic Google image search.
I love that.
I just went with what I saw.
These are so cool. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
So you were just trying to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, I think that's something we could definitely talk about on Drawbli is like, how do I get back in and feel good about getting back in after I've had to be out for a little bit from any kind of habit or goal? Because I think there's many goals like that where you feel like, I was going so strong and then I got knocked off, and it's really just hard to find my place again and get back to that point where I was. Working out is something that I often draw a simile to. There is like, you were working out, you were getting in shape, and then you had to stop for a couple weeks. Maybe you got sick, maybe you got busy, and you feel like you've lost all those gains, and it's really hard to get back into the swing of things and feel motivated.
Well, looking at these, I don't know what your small time away did, but you definitely improved and grew during that time. I genuinely believe, in my experience, I think time away from art can actually grant a lot of perspective, not just on your own artwork, but like perspective as a whole of like what you want to work on, what you want to focus on, all of that. I think it's actually healthy to step away and good for you.
I agree. I mean, it's the same with working out. You got to take your rest days. And yeah, I was thinking about with these, obviously these were photos of real people. So I was really trying to think in terms of like the kind of art I'd like to be able to create someday, which is not photorealistic. I really want to be able to create stuff that's a little more, that's all stylized, but you get the idea.
A little more your own.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more my own, just
This one's my favorite, by the way.
Yeah, mine too.
This one's so cool.
Yeah, I liked the way this one turned out.
The expression, the face, like everything about it is awesome.
I did accidentally cut off this whole front foot when I was moving this image around.
Oh, no.
But I was recording my screen, but I also, like I said, no pressure on myself because I just let it be. Whatever it was, I was gonna just let it be. But I did like it a lot. I liked how I just went with what lines I had generally, and tried to be confident with those lines, except I did try to go clean up the hands a little bit because the hands were at a kind of unique position, and I do like to try to challenge myself on hands to
look at your squiggles, Abby.
Capture
them. These are like the definitive Abby style squiggles.
The definite, yeah.
I see these and I'm like, Abby style.
They will always be present, I'm sure, in whatever I create.
I love Abby squiggles.
Thank you.
They're my favorite.
Aw, well, thank you.
I wish I had squiggles as powerful as your squiggles.
Aw, thank you.
They're so cool.
Aw. Where was I? Anyway.
They create really cool lines. It's like your line work. I can see that you're using some kind of pencil with that tilt feature.
Yeah, it's the peppermint pencil. It's the very first pencil in the sketching side, because I just watched a video by some YouTuber who did some art with
I
it.
hate the tilt feature. It always gets in my way.
I really like it.
Ah.
I really like it. It's very fluid to me. It feels very like I can just kind of
Natural.
shift over and do a different thing without having to go select a new. There, I cut off her foot.
It's gone. It's gone
But
forever.
I really like that. This one was a little harder. This figure ends up being in a much more dramatic pose.
How long did you spend on each of these, you think?
I don't know, 20 minutes maybe?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, they
Less
didn't
than
take-
30 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't take very long. They did not.
Holy moly.
I like that. You know, it's nice to
How
come
are
to
you,
a point.
Abby? You have exceeded me. You have gone beyond.
No, you've gone beyond. You're so good now. I wish I could draw environments though. Like imagine if these people
Me too.
were in really cool environments. Like this girl, like could I draw a club around her where she's like dancing? And I don't know if people dance like that in clubs, but I don't know if anybody dances like that.
But they could be if you drew it.
Yeah, I don't know how people get good at environmental drawings because it's not as fun to draw them
Oh, well,
You know?
there you go. That's your problem. You don't enjoy drawing environments.
as much, but I want my characters to be in environments.
Well, you're gonna have to start somewhere. This is such a crazy pose.
It is crazy. It was really hard to get her front foot right.
It's awesome.
But it was really, really fun. I made up her hair. The model from the picture didn't have, she had like a buzz cut or something, and I just felt like giving her like braids to show more motion.
Gotta get that motion.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you. But, and then after this, I tried to draw one more, and then I just kind of ran out of steam for the day.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, just trying to give some texture, random texture, you know, like for interest. It
That's
doesn't have to be
cool.
specific, but trying to put something on there to be interesting.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And then after
So you do another one and you don't like it?
I kind of start one more and it doesn't really start panning out. I kind of think the outfit ends up
Did
being
you
a little
just
more
say
Mickey
it didn't
Mouse.
start painting out?
Panning out, but
Because that is definitely something we should start saying.
it just wasn't painting out for me.
Painting out for
Such
me.
an accurate term for Drawbli. Her shoes for some reason. This back leg, I just it's like
This
it's like
dang
what
back
the heck?
leg. Why do you avert me?
Exactly. I tried one more who just by this time I was like, do I need to go eat lunch or something? This one's just not
You needed
fun.
coffee. That was it.
I think that was the day I decided I needed to stop drinking as much coffee.
Oh.
This was the day I was sitting there feeling palpitations.
Ah.
Like, no, I need to take
Well,
a
this
step
one
back.
is cool. I totally believe. I've talked about this before. I think sketches are the best way to get better at drawing and painting.
Yeah.
Like just focus on sketching. Don't like really go in and render really hard. Literally just sketch. I feel like it's the fastest way to improve and get better.
It's hard though when I feel like I don't have then any ability to render. You know?
Well, that's the point. Like just roughing it out and making it look good in the rough. Because that's
Yeah.
like the base for everything.
I guess.
Anyway, tell me about this, because when the first time I looked at this, I was like, what the heck is this? And then I was like, oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, well, just to prove I don't just draw, you know, beautiful models, I Googled something. I was looking for
Old
expressions,
man.
and I wanted an expression of anguish. And then I came across this photograph of a very old man and with a very anguished expression, and I did not actually completely capture his anguish here.
You did not. But it feels like a charcoal drawing.
Yeah, the act of creating this was really fun. To get in there and scribble, because he's an old man with many wrinkles.
Old guys are the most fun to draw.
Very forgiving.
Pretty girls, boring.
Oh well, also fun though.
But well, that is because how do I word this nicely? Ugly things are easier to draw.
Yeah, and you can be so loose with it and still have it start coming out like something that you were intending to do. You know, just you can see here I'm just basically scribbling left and right and just trying to add big patches of darkness here and there to capture the image I was looking at. And
Your
even though it's not
lines.
accurate, it was really fun to do.
You have the best lines.
Oh, thank you.
I need your lines, Abby. Give them to me.
Oh my gosh, you have so much you do in your art that I desperately need to incorporate into mine.
I am going to spend like the next year just working on lines.
Well, then I'll work on rendering.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That would be probably very boring for me.
To stick to one thing. Yeah.
I believe in working on the things that you enjoy the most.
Yeah, even if that changes from day to day.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this is really cool. And like watching you create it is actually really fun as well. You're getting so much like so much good shading and stuff going on there. Very artistic. I love it.
Very scattered energy.
Very scattered.
Yes.
And I love these girls. These are so cool.
This girl on the far right, I didn't like how she ended up actually, but I also gave up on her very quickly.
That's fair.
But they were fun to do. Thank you.
And if you want to have some fun, click that like and subscribe button and check out our guidebook at the link below.
And share your work on Instagram with #Drawbli because drawing is better when shared with friends.
And this is the part where we say
goodbye.
Goomba. It kind of looked like that one girl that you drew last was wearing lederhosen.
Yeah, she kind of had a Mickey Mouse vibe.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what I decided.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So kind of a lederhosen.
Because Mickey Mouse is known for wearing lederhosen. Of course.